Hello, my name is Chris. I'm here at Mb Glk Cadillac in St. Albans, Vermont, and I brought this 2013 Mercedes GLK in because that's what we're dealing with today. I'll try to keep this as informative and as brief as possible. I don't want to bore anybody. I'm going to do kind of a quick walk around, and then I'll go ahead and show you a couple of different things that I noticed on this, on the exterior, and we'll also do the interior. So just taking a look down the door side panels, and I apologize if there's a lot of echoing and whatnot in the sound, but I'm in our wash drive-through, service drive-through, and it's kind of what I gotta deal with because it's snowing out, and the picture would be really horrible if I tried to do this outside. And you'll notice I did try to just wash it, so there's some paint drops. So as far as seeing those types of things, there's a little bit of, not trying to hide anything there, but I did try to dry it a little bit. So here's a couple of things that I noticed. Looks like there's a scratch, pretty good scratch there. It's not, gouged or anything, but it is definitely, you can feel it when you run your finger over it. So it's definitely there. This one here as well, you can see when I put my finger over it, kind of changes a little bit, but that's definitely there too, and that kind of extends up a little bit. Minimal though, it's a scratch. It's a 2013. It's not unheard of to have a scratch like that. And then there's a little, not really sure what, here it is. There's a little something there. Nothing major again. This is another one right here. You can see that through the water. Actually, the water kind of covers it up. It's minimal. A little bit here, mostly just kind of bumper type of stuff. So minor scratches, but they're definitely there. And that one in the front that I said you could feel it, that's really probably the worst. There's another one here. You can kind of see my finger run across there. And again, you can't feel that one, but it's definitely noticeable. This one here, you can see that one coming through. And again, my fingernail doesn't catch it, but it is there. This one here, there's a little bit of a spot there, and that is through the paint. Not major, but it is definitely there, and I'm gonna be honest with it. And that was, there's a little bit of gunk on there. Cleaned it up. This also does have the moonroof. You can see it there. Everything's fitting well. It's actually really in good shape. One of the things also I noticed, Eco Car Wash. That's always a good sign and kind of play into the psyche of an owner. This is a Mercedes, and it's got an Eco Car Wash sticker on it. So that means they probably did take it to get it washed on a somewhat regular basis. They got a quantity discount at the local car wash, so it means they cared about it. I don't see any, I'm just looking for chips. I don't see any. Again, it's water. There's a little bit of water there, so hard to see it exactly. And as far as on the hood, you can maybe kind of see that. Very minimal, very minimal. You can just look and see. You can see our lights and the ceiling really well. There's not a whole lot. Those are nice straight lines there, so you know there's no dents. Nothing, I don't see even scratches. It looks almost brand new, honestly, on the hood. Sometimes you get a little bit of the road rash on the front, but I don't see that in this case. In this front of the hood can sometimes have there's a little something there, but like I said, it's pretty minimal. Go ahead and pop the hood real quick, and they hide these under here pretty well. Got a feel for it a couple times. All right. So there is. It's kind of interesting how they do that on these. There's this. It's probably for sound deadening. It's very quiet. It's all rubberized around it, and you can't really see a whole lot in there, but there's not a whole lot there to look at. And the terminal for the positive and the negative there. I don't know if you saw that. So that's a little different. Not what we're used to seeing. It doesn't look like there's anything, you know, you can kind of sort of see down in there, and there's no oil or anything dripping, or you can't, you know, there's nothing really hard to see in there right now, but it looks good. Nothing screams, oh my goodness. Sorry for the noise there. All right, I'm gonna, because I am inside, I'm gonna keep this running only briefly. I don't want to go ahead and get it started. It does have memory seat, power seat.
2020 United States presidential election.
Turn off the radio.
105, a Champlain Valley station for big hits and big fun. Turn it up and feel good fun.
There we go. And vents are kind of neat on this. There's the mileage, 55,571. I don't know if it's focusing on that or not. It's kind of focusing on the, there you go. Has an interesting shifter too. You push up for reverse, and that puts it in reverse, and it keeps focusing on the. So that's your shift. That's kind of interesting. Neat. And there's the screen there. It doesn't have. Unfortunately, it's not focusing on the screen very well in the dark here. But that's the radio. There it goes. That's the radio. There's no navigation. It does have Bluetooth. It does have. It says it has a disc. I don't see where that actually comes out though, honestly. Heated seats right there, passenger side. It does have set your temperature, auto climate for both the driver and the passenger. A little storage area there, and little armrest, and there is a couple of hookups here. I'm not really sure what those are, to be honest, but looks like there's also a USB in there. It's so dark in there, sorry about that. You can see the wood grain. I don't think that is, oop, and then I just made a mess on it. I don't think that is legit wood grain, but it actually looks pretty real, so it's kind of hard to tell. It's pretty nice looking. Cruise control, it does have the power adjustable steering wheel. I don't know if you can see that moving, so that's kind of cool. There's your moonroof, a dual moonroof, and get an idea how big the back seat is. Also has that, and places for more stuff. If you have a stuff problem, we have places for stuff. All right, and then ahead and open this. It does, actually I forgot, it does have a power tailgate. So it should open up on its own. And you can see in the back here, go ahead and push that down. There you go. Pretty good size. It is 60/40, and I tried to show you this here, the 12 volt in the back, and a regular outlet. You could plug in your plug in anything. You could plug in your computer in there if you wanted to, without needing an extra attachment. I'm going to go ahead and push that in. Oop. There it goes. Alright, I'm probably going to get carbon monoxide poisoning here pretty soon, so I'm going to turn this off. There's a little scratch there. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off because we don't need it on anymore. And just go ahead and look at the door jambs. Everything looks clean. There's really, I don't see any rust, honestly. You don't see any damage or anything too crazy. I'm getting into the nitty gritty, but I figure if you're going to drive a long ways to come here, you deserve to at least see the whole thing. And sometimes if you do have like a damage, you'll see it here. If you're buying a used car and you look at those door jambs and there's something obviously has been worked on, something was stressed, it might mean it was in an accident. I am going over this relatively quickly, but you get the idea. There's really nothing here that would indicate there was a problem at any time. So, all right. Oh, and the passenger side has a power seat as well. They don't have it on the door though, like on the driver's side. But a little better shot of the inside from the passenger's perspective. All right. It actually sounds really nice when you close the doors, to tell you the truth. Very solid. And there it is. It's a sharp looking car. A couple little scratches. There's that one that goes through the paint on the driver's side rear panel and the quarter panel. Couple on the corners, little scuffs. But all in all, a pretty nice looking rig. Oh, I didn't highlight the wheels. And I don't see any scuffs. Some people are very picky about that sort of thing. Maybe a little dirt. I did try to clean it a little bit, but I didn't do a full recon. But no scuffs or anything on there. A little something there, but minimal. The rims look pretty good, actually. All right. And for what is it, six-year-old now? 2013. I guess you'd call it almost a 7-year-old Mercedes. It pushes all the right buttons, that's for sure. It looks pretty clean. It's a nice color. It's pretty classic inside and out. All right, thanks for watching. Let us know if there's anything else we can do to help you out.